Riley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for March 2023. So on Thursday, March 16th, we have Venus, the goddess of love, beauty, worth, pleasure, and money, taking her place of power in Taurus energy. So she's in her rulership here. She is quite comfortable. She is feeling her best self. And of course, she just started a fresh, brand new chapter when she moved into Aries energy, because that fire energy brought her back to life after she closed out the last year of her experiences. And we closed that chapter out when Venus was in Pisces energy. When she moved into Aries energy, there was a rebirth, there was a resurrection, there was a new passion, a new fire, a new desire that got reignited within her. And in that Aries energy, she was bold and brave and courageous enough to initiate something new, and mostly to be bold and brave and courageous enough to cut people, things, elements, circumstances, situations off that aren't adding to her safety, her security, her stability, her overall happiness. So there's definitely some endings and beginnings taking place. And now that she is moving into her place of power in Taurus energy, we're really going to slow things down. This is like stop to smell the roses type of vibes and energy. And as I've been saying in other forecasts, we actually need Venus to be in her place of power, to be in this Taurus energy as we wrap up a lot of the endings and closures and completions point in this old calendar in Pisces season, as we prepare to move into a brand new year. She's going to ground us out. She's going to make us super solid in taking care of our physical bodies. Why is that? Well, because she connects to the five senses. She's a very sensual being. And in Taurus energy, where, we are looking at the physical environment, the physical body, we need to kind of check in and see what it is that our bodies need from us. Now, while Venus is in Taurus, our major focus is to feel safe, secure, and stable. We are looking to really kind of weed out the elements, the circumstances, and people in our lives that are not adding those particular qualities to our lives. We are also very focused on things that are going to be around for the long term. We're really not in for temporary pleasure or temporary happiness or temporary stability. We only want to pour our time and our energy into things that are going to be around for the long haul. Now, we are very focused on happiness, on joy, on pleasure in this Taurus energy. And we want to kind of indulge ourselves in anything that brings us happiness, joy, and pleasure. We can overdo it, okay? So we have to be careful and balanced with this particular energy, because the last thing we want to do is just overindulge so much that we're lazy bums sitting on the couch, just force feeding food into our bodies and then feeling gross at the end of this transit. What we want to do is we want to stay as present as possible in the here and now, listening to the thoughts, to the ideas, to the narrative going on in our head, recognizing where it is that it's supportive, that it's encouraging, that it is bossing us up to new levels of confidence, self-love, self-nurturing. We want to pay attention to our heart space, the emotions that are rapidly moving through us right now, and connecting the dots on what needs to go and what we need to create more of. We really want to kind of be a little bit more, I'm going to say, in our physical form, right? And this is going to be hard to do because we're still in Pisces energy, where we want to disconnect and just live in imaginary land. But the Venus energy is what is going to ground us and keep us present as we witness the chapters ending and as we witness our resurrection, our rebirth that comes when we move into the new calendar with the spring equinox with Aries season. We are a lot more expressive with what it is that makes us happy, what it is that we appreciate, what it is that we find to be joyful. In love and in romance, you're going to find yourself probably a little bit more ooey gooey, if you will. And one of the things that we tend to realize when Venus is in Taurus is what it is that we're overly attached to. We're very possessive, right? The whole purpose of Taurus energy is to accumulate possessions, especially in our material realm, because that is a symbol of success, of worth, of value. And so what we become illuminated to while Venus is in Taurus energy is where it is that we're overly attached to something or someone. So there's always, pros and there's always cons. So the cons to this energy, the shadow side, if you will, is that we're a little bit too possessive, that we see how entrenched we are by being attached to the physical realm, to the possessions, to the people around us. And in relationships, you might even find that you're looking at people, like your loved ones, as your property, right? We become very possessive, very jealous, very guarded. And this should be an illumination to you on the attachment level that you have to other people. Venus being in Taurus energy, yes, she's about worth and value. So we usually boss up our self-esteem, self-confidence in this particular transit. We are also looking at the worth and the value of our finances in this particular energy. And of course, we all want safety, security, stability in our finances, but there's a realization on the resources that we have that we're not tapping into. There's also a realization on the skills and the talents that we possess within ourselves that we're not using for our best benefit. Many of us just craving an extra oomph of income and not realizing that we are the creators of our lives and that we are sleeping on skills and talents that we could be turning into a side hustle in order to make that income stream come into our lives, be a permanent fixture, help us with our long-term goals, and really kind of boost us up in our finances and the safety, security, stability of our financial situation. So we're going to be taking a good look at that as well. Venus, she's very, into aesthetics. We do have a glow up when she's in her rulership. So we should all kind of be taking a good look at our image. Maybe we're going to change our look, or maybe we're going to, just kind of boss ourselves up with a glow up, take care of ourselves with a massage, get our hair done, whatever the case may be. We are into aesthetics. We are also into, looking at the smaller, more beautiful things in life. We want to concentrate on the smaller things in life. We want to get back to the bare basics of what makes us happy, what brings us a sense of joy in our lives. And we need to kind of understand that to beautify ourselves or our environment has a major impact on our emotional selves, on our attitude. And so we tend to kind of want to change the aesthetic of ourselves and our environment. And you will find that there is less room to be flashy and more room to be very pure. And so you may gravitate to a more earthy type of style within yourself and in your natural environment. So we are kind of making changes. They're very slow. They're very small. The changes first happen within ourselves, realizing the worth, the value, the confidence, the esteem within ourselves. We're filling up our cup. We're looking in the mirror. We're recognizing where it is that we want to glow up, not only in our inner realm, but on our outer realm as well. We may tweak or change our aesthetic. Then we realize, wow, we're feeling really good. Now we're taking a look at the world around us, and we want to kind of, just make the most peaceful, the most calming, the most beautiful environment that we possibly can with the situation and the circumstances that we got going on here, because it's important for us to stay in this present moment and to feel good in our physical bodies, in our mind space, in our heart space, but in our physical bodies. And we really have to kind of take a little bit more care, if you will, to do what we have to do within ourselves, to our physical bodies, within our environment, to the elements in our physical realms, in order to mirror back to us the state of beauty, happiness, pleasure, joy, safety, security, stability that we want to have as an everyday thing. So this provides us with a little bit of an opportunity to realize what it is that we want to build, what it is that we want to create, what it is we want to give birth to, what it is we want to bring new life to, that will add to our happiness, to the safety and security of our physical and inner realms, and where it is that we can definitely make those small tweaks so that we can get back to appreciating the smaller things in life, get back to the basics on what makes us, what makes us feel good, and how it is that we want to operate in our day-to-day lives, incorporating all of the smaller things that bring us happiness, joy, and pleasure.